Water. Every living thing in the world needs water. Without it, our cities and towns would come to a standstill, and so would we. But it seems so simple to get water. It falls from the sky for free, and then you just turn on your tap, and there it is. In reality, the pure water of the rainfall arrives at your home through the dedication of hundreds of local folks that you know as the Regional Water Authority.
Our story began here at Lake Whitney, just before the Civil War, as Eli Whitney Jr. started a water company to serve New Haven. That company was acquired by the South Central Connecticut Regional Water Authority in 1980. Today, we're able to provide an average of 55 million gallons of water a day to our 400,000 consumers because of the planning of those who built our region's water supply system. Back in the 1920s, construction began on our largest reservoir, Lake Gillard in North Branford. There, in a natural basin between rolling hills, we used steam shovels, trucks, and our own hands to build a concrete dam and create a 14 billion gallon reservoir. Today, Lake Gillard is our region's principal reservoir. Water flows to this lake through a series of tunnels from as far away as Killingworth and Haddam. Yet it's not enough to quench the thirst of our region. In total, to serve all our customers, we must tap more than 15 lakes and 12 wells. To deliver safe drinking water to our consumers, we operate 23 storage tanks, 22 pumping stations, and 3 major filtration plants. One of our greatest responsibilities is to carefully manage 24,000 acres of land to protect water quality. By protecting our water supply from contamination, we also preserve open space land for future generations. And through our recreation program, we're providing scenic views and recreational opportunities to thousands of people each year. Long ago, we recognized the link between water quality and land use. Our woodlands were among the first in America to be managed by scientists through the new field of forestry.
Trees are the best thing to be on a watershed because they don't contribute to any pollution. In fact, they remove it, and they act as a filter and hold water in the ground as a sponge and many other things. These particular trees were planted here to keep the hardwood leaves out of the water. This is called a leaf screen in the terminology, which you'll normally see around a reservoir, to be surrounded with a thin row of evergreens that were usually planted as these were.
We continue to work with researchers at Yale and other universities to better understand natural systems on our watershed. Through science, we carefully manage our forest as a renewable resource, one which provides firewood, lumber, open space, and habitat for wildlife. Our reliance on science can also be seen in the way we operate our water treatment plants and in the way we teach young students about water science.
When we know that water is on the ground, does water go uphill or does it go downhill? Which way does it go? Down. It goes downhill, doesn't it? Water flows when it hits the land, it flows downhill. But
each year, we bring hands-on water science education programs to more than 15,000 students.
And we're going to look at how water drops look and what their shapes are. What we're going to do.
Many visit our award-winning Whitney Water Center. There, a few feet from our very first reservoir, we help the consumers of tomorrow understand a simple truth we learned long ago. What happens on land affects the quality of water in our reservoirs, rivers, and streams.
And it's pulling them apart. Very good.
We know the environmental health of our watersheds is vital to maintaining the high quality of water we deliver to each consumer. That's why we have watershed inspectors.
Well, mainly we go out to commercial sites and check for potential and existing pollution sources. If we see any problems, we try to identify them, and we also inform the businesses that they're on watershed areas or aquifers, and just to be aware of any consequences of pollution can affect the public water supply. We try to prevent pollution mainly because it's easier to prevent it than it is to clean it up, we believe, and I think this is our first line of defense against protecting our water quality.
our security officers are also on the first line of defense.
All officers on this job presently are Police Academy certified. It's the same as any other officer on the street. We just tend to get a little bit more involved in DEP regulations, fishing, hunting, recreation complaints, various types of offenses.
Another position on our first line is staffed by our sample collectors.
What I like best about working with the Water Authority is the variety in my job. Any given day I may be out here streamside collecting some samples that we need to monitor the water quality coming into our reservoirs. I also get the opportunity to visit a lot of homes and a lot of types of businesses where obviously people have concerns about the quality of their water, and we would be able to assist them in whatever their needs may be. The Water Authority takes water from two different specific types of resources, reservoirs and groundwater resources. Specific to the groundwater resources, we maintain a network of 60 monitor wells, and then here streamside, where we have 50 very similar sites to this where we monitor water quality into the reservoirs. From there, we monitor the water quality consistently through the various treatment facilities out into the distribution system, where we maintain a network of 55 sites, ultimately to the consumer's taps.
The South Central Connecticut Regional Water Authority owns more than 24,000 acres of wooded lands, and we manage them very carefully to protect the safety of your drinking water. But there's a lot more that we have to do to get that safe glass of drinking water to come out of your tap. We operate a complex network of pumps and purifiers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. Let's follow one of those raindrops from the reservoir through one of our state-of-the-art filtration plants. We've invested tens of millions of dollars in our water filtration facilities to treat all of the water we draw from reservoirs. The Lake Gillard facility is our newest and largest plant. It treats much of the water we supply to our consumers. Through this part of our system, water which falls to the ground in Killingworth or Madison may end up serving a consumer in Milford or Orange.
A lot of people think that the water just comes from the reservoir and goes through some pipes and comes out their tap, but we have to manufacture clean drinking water. We have to filter it, we have to disinfect it, and we have to deliver it.